right, welcome everyone. This is our another podcast from European scene. Let's start with introductions. Addicted, you first.
Ishgur from Addicted.
Dogma Dream Chaser.
I'm Khaos from Enemy.
Solak from Enemy.
Fizz from Khaos.
Henny from Leviathan.
Coca Millennium.
Don Wolf Millennium.
Cappy from Morghulis.
Soaka from Morghulis.
Jackie Morghulis.
Orcs from Oldskool.
Eden from Oldskool.
Donko from Pantu.
Numi from Pantu.
Luna from Resilience.
Ness from Resilience.
Odds Resilience.
Lich Lenny from Ruthless.
Octo Sovereign.
Freya from Voss.
And the Zoe from Wasted.
Ishkar, tell us.
Hello.
Tell us something.
I don't know, it's the same shit every week, so I guess nothing happened today, and that's that.
You're still happy in Valencia?
Oh, we are very happy in Valencia. We're having a celebration every day.
So,
what's
what
the
was
payout?
The last payout like?
Yeah, it's a huge payout. I'm not gonna lie about it, but you know, Valencia still gives the most money. Hint, hint. Come and get it.
It does not.
Well, at least we got to a point where you're not getting more money every week now.
How much do you get from Calpheon every week?
Let's just say we get 6-7 billion from Taxwagon alone.
How much? No, totally. Not the tax wagon, but totally.
Total is about 19.6 billion.
Yeah, we got 20.2 today. So
it's not far off then.
You're also half the numbers though, almost.
Why is it half the number?
Enemies a lot less people, right? So they're getting a lot more money.
No, but the thing was that Valencia still gives the most money for the territory. That was the point. But of course, Enemy is getting more money each member because they have half the members.
So Addicted members on welfare or something? What the hell?
Yeah, we're starving.
Okay.
So
they need extra boost.
I wasn't really following this week. How's the Cold War going on, guys?
It's not a Cold War, dude. It's goddamn nice fights every day. That's how I put it.
Yeah, I don't know. Until it comes to Saturday, it's a Cold War.
Oh man, sieges are overrated. Open world PvP, that's the shit.
I think we have the most PvP out of every guild on the server.
Hello?
I think that's what every guild says.
No, I mean, legit, we have too much PvP almost.
Yeah, we literally have like, I don't know, 2-3 encounters daily almost. So
how many people participate to those encounters?
10 to 50.
So Ishkar, I'm actually wondering, are people even signing up for sieges right now, or you'll like no one will come, guys? Just go grab a beer.
No. We always come. Like we are always prepared. Doesn't matter. Like at 8 o'clock, we really don't know if someone is gonna show up or not. We hope, obviously, that someone is coming. 8 o'clock, I guess. Then we call it off.
You know that you can already check it at 7, right?
Oh, I mean 7. Sorry, 19. My bad.
Okay, anyone wants to ask questions about Valencia or like I don't know?
How is the weather at this time of the year?
Is it hot in the desert?
Yes, the sun is still shining in Valencia.
I want to ask this unironically, what did happen to the paying things? Like not Khaos, like paying other guilds to come. Like, did you drop this week and didn't find anyone?
Well, we were hoping that this week we would get a fight, but that's why we didn't really talk or planned anything with anyone. But we'll see next week. Like, I don't know. I was hoping at least I don't know, the six guilds or 5 guilds that went to Mediah, some of them would come to us instead. But
yeah, fair enough.
Ishkar, is your guild okay? People tell me Casper DK is the real guild master.
Is he? Yeah, he is. He's doing actually a lot of good work. As I said, like I am not doing much in the guild. It's my team around me that does. That's how the guild functions. It's not a one-man show. It's multiple people come.
Multiple guild masters?
Multiple guild masters, indeed.
Okay, so let's move on, guys. I'll talk about Serendia next. It was a fight between at least 5 guilds, I think. Ots, you want to start this one?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, Malak,
Yes.
go.
Hello. So, okay, I can start. Today it was 5 guilds. 3 of them have built from Thursday. The 5 guilds, to make long story short, was Resilience, Harmony, ShadowElite, Misanthropolis, and Ragnarok. To be honest, we were at the same spot. Everyone knew where our base was. When we started, we thought the 5th guild was wasted, or maybe RLXT Alliance or someone else besides Ragnarok. We didn't expect at all Ragnarok, to be honest, and they're a German guild, if I'm not wrong. So we started fighting and all that. Yes, Malaka. I see the chat. So we were fighting all this time, and Harmony was at Heidel, really close to Ragnarok. We were at the other side. But when we started, we saw Misanthropolis fighting ShadowElite, and we were left alone. We had nothing to do. Of course, we knew the hardest enemy for us was Harmony, definitely, because they have some really strong members inside. So we were like, who is the strongest? Harmony is the strongest. So let's go for Harmony. The good thing is that there was a problem in Harmony base. It didn't have walls at some spot at all. There was a glitch, there was a bug, there was bad terrain, something. It didn't have walls. At one side was completely open, completely. We didn't bring it down. When we went there, there was like, welcome, get inside, let me bring you some water. It was completely open there. So it was much easier for us to do something. And at the same time, Ragnarok was fighting them as well, with a fewer members. But I think Ragnarok had a grudge against Harmony, because 2 weeks ago, Harmony killed Ragnarok in Serendia. So that served us fine. After Harmony died, we went for Ragnarok, which was completely next to Harmony. They were like neighbors. Let the other guilds continue, give some other perspectives. I don't like the monologue.
That's actually kind of funny because apparently you wrecked everyone so hard that no one showed up.
I guess they were all in perfect harmony.
I would never say that I wrecked these guilds. I respect them one by one. They're very, very good guilds, and I'm really happy that I see smaller guilds getting stronger. And at some point, these guilds will be better and better and bigger, and they can do other stuff as well. So I can't say we wrecked them hard. I say that we did a good job. That's it.
So Harmony is one of those smaller guilds, right?
No, Harmony is not one of the smallest. Harmony was one of the biggest at some point, and right now, they are a very, very recognizable force that you should never, ever underestimate.
I think, in that perspective, we just got very fucking lucky that Harmony had an absolute shit position. I don't know who in their guild decided to build there, but it was just stupid.
It has a
Where
hole.
did they build, by the way?
In the mountains, not next to Heidel, but in the mountains above Heidel.
Yeah, I built there before, and you can't cover that spot, if it's what I'm thinking. I once did that mistake back in Fusion against Oldskool, and yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. All our buildings, they were cluttered together, so a few cannon shots destroyed everything, and we didn't even have to destroy a wall to get inside, so, that makes it a lot faster and easier.
So pretty much you holding the zone for the 2nd week in a row now?
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
So what kind of numbers do you guys pull right now?
Today's numbers were around 69 to 70 people.
You planning on stepping it up a bit if you ever lose this Serendia?
Yes, of course. Of course. If we're lucky enough to get some good additions in the guild, because out of the 70, there are some people, walking around in Tri-Reblath. But definitely in the future, yeah.
That's great to hear. Questions about Serendia today, guys?
Yeah, why didn't ShadowElite show up to the podcast? I wanted to speak
None
to
of the guilds
Xenocrat.
did they?
That's
Ah,
why
but-
I asked if you wrecked them so hard.
Wait, did ShadowElite show up at Serendia?
Yes.
Yeah, they seemed pretty offended today.
So they retreated. Okay.
Yeah,
A lot of
Shadow
people
Retreat,
spamming
man.
Shadow Retreat meme.
Yeah, sure it's catchy.
Yeah, we're getting no rep today.
What?
No rep today.
I have nothing planned, to be honest.
Just freestyle, man.
I was. Next time we do something big, I'll have something.
All right, sounds good.
I thought
Okay,
it was
guys.
the alcohol speaking last time.
Let's talk about Balenos next. It was access denied, Ruthless, Panzer Riders, Khaos, Leviathan, Case United, Dogma, and TheJunkies. So a lot of guilds. We actually have a new guy on the podcast from Ruthless. So you go on and start this one.
Well, in Balenos, it seems like Dogma had about 5 alliances. We were one of them. And it ended really easy.
Obviously.
We could have base raised Dogma, but we chose not to. Because it was our first castle siege. No, conquest war. And we had a bit of agreement, so it felt wrong to backstab them.
Okay, Dream, you want to take this one away?
Yeah. At the beginning of the week, I invited Khaos and Ruthless to join us, since they were trying to get into sieges for a while. I would like them to be an upcoming alliance. For whoever who doesn't know, this is our last siege as Dogma. As we are now, we are probably going to completely reform, so we wanted a week off, and we wanted to close with a win, regardless of kind of how we got it. And so we invited them to join to start sieges, and then we got to know Panzer Raiders was there as well. And during the week, we came to understand that Leviathan was there, and we assumed ShadowElite was there as well, but apparently they were in Serendia. So the last guild unexpectedly was TheJunkies. I don't exactly know what they came for, I guess.
Potato drugs or something? I don't know, man. They're the junkies.
I have absolutely no idea. I actually would have preferred if ShadowElite was there. So the deal we had with Khaos last week was for the win, not for the single siege. So they came again this week. And when we noticed it was just those guilds, we asked them to do whatever and step out. We tried to have a 1v1 with Leviathan as much as we could. It's the only guild of our own size there. And we asked also Ruthless and Khaos not to interfere with that. And actually was going decently well. Then at some point, Leviathan pushed us back to our base, usual defense crash. I asked Chaos United to help us defend while our defense team was coming back. And next thing I know, Chaos that had been on standby until then saw us going down and intervened. So they took down Leviathan, I think, in 10 minutes, something like that. But yeah, you can go with the Leviathan representative here for the point of view. Because I saw a lot of people that obviously saw a different thing, so I can.
Yeah, Henny, go on.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty much our experience of the siege. The thing that kind of threw us off was that we'd been in contact with Dogma during the week, and they were talking about how they wanted a fair fight, and we got attacked from the start, wiped Dogma a lot, then we attacked their base and pretty much got it down to I think maybe 70%, something like that.
Yeah, it was 75.
Yeah, and then yeah, they send in their allies to get us out, and then when we were wiped at Dogma's base, they sent their allies to kill our base. So that was our experience. We were hoping for a better fight, not a potato field alliance.
I kind of agree, but just one question: did I manage to keep everyone else off you for previous? I mean, before that Khaos zagged you down?
We had fights with a lot of the guilds. We had a fort placed nearby Pantsu raiders, and we were pushing that. While we were pushing that, you were pushing us. So we had fights with Pantsu raiders. We had fight with Khaos while we were pushing Pantsu raiders, and we had small skirmishes with the other guilds. So, well, we had a decent 1v1, I guess, when you were pushing our base. But when we tried to go on the offensive, then, well, it wasn't a 1v1, so we got wiped.
Well, we could probably wipe you anyways. We have done it before.
The thing is this: I could just but by the way you're depicting it, it seems like I pitted like 5 guilds to attack you. I don't think you had cannons shooting you. I don't think you had people on your walls that's out for Dogma. Did you?
We did have cannons shooting us. Yeah.
That was mostly my cannons.
Oh yeah, the safe zone cannons. Yeah.
Yeah. My question is, did I pit 5 guilds to siege your walls? Did you see all your screen blank with people around you? That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm not particularly proud of how it ended, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we were pushing out, it was a 1v1 against you guys, and when we went for your base, I mean, you had called in your allies, and then
yeah. I asked Khaos for help when all my defense crashed. Yeah, I admit to that. I didn't want to lose like that, but
yeah. So yeah, we had like our elephant crashed while it was attacking your base. Wiggles DC'd on it.
Hello.
Yeah, I think we all have the problem pretty often.
Yeah. I think we have Wiggles joining in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I literally just got back. I was wondering if we'd talked, but we're doing it. I
You
don't.
mean you were panther raiding? Admit it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, man, the dream. Yeah, I don't really want to repeat everything if you guys have already discussed what's gone on.
Well, I think your point of view is welcome anyways.
I was just a little bit disappointed that that's how it played out. I thought we were having a good fight together. And then it seemed a bit stupid that a guild, like, you're not a weak guild. So
as I told you, we talked after. I kind of agree. I think Chaos representative here can say I did not tell them to attack you.
No, but you did bring Khaos along with you as a backup plan almost, or as a safety feature. And if things started going wrong, to us, what it looked like, we were beating you. Well, no, you were beating us. You were pounding on us for a long time in our base. As soon as we pushed back and went to your base, and yeah, I understand that you guys have problems with your PCs, but we all have problems with our PCs. That's when you call in your allies all of a sudden to kind of back you up. We don't have that luxury. And because we don't want to do alliances in small territory node wars, like why would we do that for Serendia and Balenos? It's just, fight out and see what happens. But to then get ganged up on and have Khaos swarming our base, and then have Chaos United coming flying in to defend you at your own base, because I didn't even know where your main army went, if I'm honest with you at that point. I had no idea where you guys were.
Sorry?
Well, I didn't know where your army even was, the point where Chaos United were defending us.
When Chaos, you mean the Chaos or Chaos United?
Chaos United, when we were at your base attacking you.
Yeah, they came defend it. Where we were.
Yeah, where was your army?
We had no communication with our defense. We didn't even know yet. The last word from our defense is, "Oh, they're coming with 2 parties and an elephant." Yeah. And then 2 minutes later, "Oh, we crashed. We have nothing left in our base." Oh, nice. That's good.
Okay. I mean, there definitely were some people still running in the base because the Hawacha was still shooting us and all that kind of shit. Yeah,
probably not the people with a whisper thing.
Yeah. No, they need to sort out the DCs though, because it is really, because we had people that experienced that, and obviously the elephant thing's a load of fucking bull. Obviously dropping to like 1 frame a second is just. Yeah. It's how it plays out, isn't it?
Just can I just ask? What I can answer one thing that's being said in chat. How can Dogma Karma Grief with literally 0 protections? We don't do protections. They're just how you can deck on us all time. There's not a single man protected in a guild.
There was also a siege-related question in chat about cannons. Like someone is claiming that you guys had cannons moving in and out of safe zone and shooting that way.
Yeah, we had cannons placed nearby our safe zone. They built like super close to, I think it was Tuscany Farm.
Oh, I don't know why people actually complaining, because Balenos is a fucking mess when it comes to safe zones.
Yeah, we were exactly nearby another safe zone.
Actually, that is a game mechanic, not a problem. Like, if there's a cannon near a safe zone and you can pull it in and out, why the fuck not? Like, why wouldn't you do that? If it's an advantage to you, go ahead. One thing I've got to ask, how long did you have the agreement set up with Chaos United and Chaos and all that?
With Chaos, they were coming. You weren't there. Sorry, I forgot. With Chaos, we had it since last week, and as I told you, I could just ask them, and it's what I asked you not to intervene anymore in the fight when it was not needed. But I suppose they chose differently. I even sent a screenshot of my chat. But Chaos United, as I said before, I brought them with me. I want them to form an actual alliance with Ruthless and possibly be stable in sieges for a while on their own. As I said, we won't be there for a few sieges because we will be undergoing some changes in the guild. So this was our last siege for a while. I don't know, we might be going international. We might switch to a more hardcore mindset. We don't know yet. It's going to be decided in the guild this week.
All right. Okay, no, that's all I want to do. I'll let it move on now. I don't want to dwell on this for too long. I think you guys have been talking about this for a while, so I don't want to fucking clog up this entire chat for ages.
No, well, if you have questions, I don't mind.
I'll talk to you after or something.
Yeah, okay.
We still didn't find out who Panzer Raiders came to raid.
I have a question, guys. Chaos United, who the fuck are they? And what are their relationship with you?
Yeah,
Dogma?
Chaos United has been friends with Dogma for a long time. It's just we didn't bring them to other sieges simply because I preferred Dogma to be kind of a standalone guild as much as possible. And I actually would have liked for Chaos to form a different alliance since they like doing sieges and stuff. I wanted them to become an independent force, like a guild with like Ruthless. They each bring 25, 35 people. They're not super hardcore, but they want in. So I would still like them to become an independent force in sieges in Balenos and Serendia and maybe grow from there.
Okay, fair enough.
Panzer Raiders, you guys here?
Hello.
So who
that
did
shit
you
done?
come to raid today?
We came to see Leviathan die. That's it. Pretty much.
People dislike, I don't remember the lazy peon that much.
Yeah, what are
Very
Panzer
much.
Raiders' problem with us?
Your cunt.
But isn't
No,
isn't-
no. Elaborate. What is your problem with us?
But isn't the thing that Panzer Raiders is just like a worse Jigglypuff, and they're all trying to be Lemon, but they're not as good, and their salt is not as entertaining. So, I mean, welcome to the podcast. You got your message across. Can we move on?
No, actually, I want to explain our point of view.
I feel kind of offended, to be honest.
No, I kind of want to hear your point
It
of
is
view.
kind of offensive.
That's kind of rude.
Like Nubi said, we came to Balenos with the sole intention of kecking you guys. So when we started off, we spotted some trash tier boosted animals from your guild. It turns out your base was pretty close to us, but we did decide to go for access denied, where we encountered as we refer to them, the cockroach swarm. For the rest of you who don't know, they are the guys that didn't get paid by Addicted. We decided to pull back and regroup and head for Leviathan, who were actually attacking our base at first. We thought we were going to have a good fight, but apparently we were grinding sauces, and their trash guild got wiped instantly.
I don't know what game you were playing. I
Like
think you're in a
the-
different world. I think the
Well-
problem was that we had Dogma knocking at our door whilst we were attacking you.
No, I'm referring to when you attacked us and we wiped you in 5 seconds flat.
Right. Okay.
Like
You
one
were there at the
Gravedigger,
start with
seven
huge
members
ass
of your
circ, and it all just wiped.
gone.
Ah. Okay.
Well, it's a nice subscriber guild, anyways. Like, but
Oh, that's why you're
saying.
butthurt. You think we're a YouTube guild?
No, I don't think. I know you're a YouTube guild.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay. Besides the fact I don't even do like anything like that anymore, really, and we're just
Okay.
Okay.
So, anyways, we were attacked by the cockroach swarm and their 2 homosexual elephants, Bruno and Carlos. We fought them back for like 30 minutes, and then we got overwhelmed. Which, yeah, shout out to Khaos. They're pretty strong. Took them 30 minutes to take us down. Did take them 5 minutes to take down Leviathan.
You're a butthurt individual, aren't you? You need to go out a Saturday night or something and get laid once in a while.
Oh shit! I need to go outside and get laid. Damn. You need to start making YouTube videos, man.
Why?
Maybe you can coach me.
At least he's doing something for the video community.
Yeah.
I just don't get the obsession that you have with us. Like, I think it's cute and all. I like having little fanboys chase me around the game. I love it. Like, it's cool. But
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
get the
obviously your
obsession.
fanboy. Like,
Well, you clearly have some kind of weird obsession with me.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, you do. You said you came to a siege night just to see Leviathan die. You clearly like have a little shrine of me in your bedroom or something.
I thought that's what
Mum comes and
I thought that's what
He
you
just
do in
agreed to it,
Siege
though.
Like, I mean, we brought what 27 people to attack your guild. It
I'm
was
not
fun.
Dude,
had
I'm not
fun.
saying you're not a strong guild. I'm not for one second shit talking your guild and the players and everything, but there's got to be something else.
What does the motive matter? Like, we came there and we fought. Isn't that the important part, though?
Oh yeah, no, I guess you're right in that sense. That is the important part. But like, does it have to be a little salt mine every time you guys turn up anywhere?
Oh, I mean, it has to be fun in some way, right?
I thought the PvP was the fun part.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying, though. It wasn't
you
much
enjoy the
PvP when we
PvP
killed
and
like half your guild with 1 Gravedigger.
Yeah, it's good fun. Warriors are great.
There's a new forum coming up. Let's just look forward to Pantsu Raiders spreading their salt there and move on, because this is fucking terrible.
Well,
I
guys,
still
guys.
have one important question left about Serendia today, and I mean Balenos, and that did Khaos get paid today?
And how much was the payment, by the way?
Well, about the whole payment, I want to start with make sincere apologize to Addicted about what happened in the last podcast. That has been clarified and solved, and it was a misunderstanding.
And
mean
from our
he's,
side as well, it was a misunderstanding. Whatever happened last week was last week, and we're all good.
Did you kill him in open worlds, Addicted, by any chance? Is that why he's changed his opinion?
What now?
Like, did Addicted kill Khaos in open world, and this is why you've changed your opinion, or?
No, we just had a mature meeting and solved it, and it's in the past now. We're in the present. We move forward from there.
Did Addicted ever pay you that money?
Again, it has been solved.
Oh,
and it's nothing to talk about, really.
Iskra, you paid it, right?
Blink twice if you need help. Do you have your family?
But do you need money? Did someone needed money? Who wanted money?
I could use some. How much do you pay Oldskool if you come Valencia?
Depends on the force you bring.
Anywhere between 1 and 90.
I'm gonna say this one like in the movies: Oldskool and whose army?
It's the Alliance. We'll see. Maybe we'll come for free.
Octo, you wanna
You're
come?
most welcome, man. Most welcome. I hope you do.
Let's go.
So, Octo.
Time and a place, man. Time and a place.
Oh, shit.
All right. So, anyone else have any questions left about Balenos, guys, or we should move on?
Well, I haven't really got my side of the story yet, if that is
Yeah,
anyone is
sure.
interested in. So basically, we came there because we had a contract, and we came there to do our job, wipe out the enemies. We started with the first one, access denied. I went through there to Panzer Regis and then Leviathan. Those two last gigs we had a bit of a struggle with, since I had a lot of people, but eventually we managed to take them out. And once our job was done, we basically left. And that was about it.
By the way, guys, Biopolymer from Access Denied just said that they planned on going sieging today, but since their numbers weren't great today, they decided to call it off, in case you're wondering why there was some stuff built in Balenos, by the way.
Panzer Raiders just said that they attacked them.
Yeah, but did it have much people? Because they claim they didn't, so...
Okay, so last question. I actually totally forgot about this one. And how many people guilds and Balenos pull right now, guys?
Leviathan had 52 signups.
Chaos 55.
So, muted, sorry. We had 47 people.
We had 4.
Okay, good. Let's talk about Calpheon, enemy. I hear you get a little bit of action, but your siege actually lasted pretty long, so tell us what happened.
Well, we invited Encore as a backup plan. We thought about leaving Calpheon, but we didn't end up doing it because of the outcome of Mediah. We weren't really interested in fighting the people that were winning Mediah, so we decided to stay in Calpheon a bit longer, and we invited Encore as a backup plan. Like, if we actually wanted to leave, they could take it over. And meanwhile, waiting for the outcome of Mediah, we had some fun fights.
You know, now actually that you said it, it kind of makes sense that enemy and addicted should just whoever pays Oldskool the most.
We have 2 castles full of money. That's payment enough.
Yeah, but you will take all the money anyway.
I mean, we didn't pay anyone today, so...
Can you
but
elaborate
it gets
on
auto-collected though.
Can you elaborate on what you just said? Like the outcome of Mediah made you rethink.
There were some girls we probably wanted to fight there, holding the castle.
Sovereign, I guess?
Well, both Oldskool, Sovereign, another girl maybe, but I don't think we're too interested in fighting Morghulis.
So, you think you're too weak?
Why has Surveiller already contacted me about a GVG then if you're not interested in fighting us?
Well,
I mean, I don't.
It's different compared to another thing.
So, if Oldskool would have kept Mediah, you would have given away Calpheon?
Very likely, yes.
Where would you go?
Well, Mediah, I guess.
What kind of question is that?
That is a good question though. Because you know you're the other side of Cold War.
Yeah, but yeah.
So it means you have no intention to fight Addicted then?
Sooner or later we'll have to, and we will, but that time is not yet.
Yeah, okay.
We both have
Why
an option to
didn't
leave
you
our
give it
castles and go.
last week, though, if you wanted to go fight Mediah against Oldskool?
We didn't have a backup plan back then. We did for this week.
Fair enough.
That's the whole reason why we invited them, so we could have the option. Like, we didn't have an option last week because we weren't counting on getting dodged. That was our first week of it getting dodged. This was the second, I guess. And it continues, well, it happens.
Any questions, anyone?
How did the GVG go?
No, it was basically some fun, 15 versus 20, 20 versus 25. I don't know. It was fun. All that mattered to us.
So who was stronger? I'm kind of curious because the core of Encore is pretty strong, as far as I know.
They had a few of their core players missing. So
okay.
It wasn't a real representation of their strength, and let me just say they are going to be very strong. And they decide to either go to siege or fight stronger guilds. They're definitely not a weaker guild.
Absolutely. Yeah. As far as I know, they don't want to do siege, but I mean, it's up to them.
Yeah, if they want to stay small scale in Node Wars, that's fine. I do what they're going to do, and they're really strong.
I think anyone wanted to ask something as well.
What's the difference in fighting Oldskool and Morghulis? Like, why? I don't understand the reasoning behind it. So, can you elaborate?
Well, different quality, I would say, and numbers, and this is a completely different guild. It's like comparing, for example, Leviathan to Millennium. I mean, they're completely different guilds.
Yeah,
Anyone
so
else, guys?
like what I don't
You
I
wanna know
still
the
don't
difference
understand
between
it
them?
because it's still, I mean, it's still going to another, it's just like being cooped up in a siege or in a castle can't be that much fun, so I don't know. I just don't understand your reasoning.
Let's just say
like-
I think we would have a more fun versus something like Oldskool or Sovereign than Morghulis. As an
Or
example.
Addicted.
Can't hear you, man. Distance is too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, people in the chat are just saying that you're scared of Morghulis, though. So
Maybe we'll have to change your opinions about fighting Morghulis in the season.
but hey, maybe next week you might get a fight. Who knows?
Hopefully.
If Addicted doesn't pay more.
Everyone is gonna go Mediah anyway.
I mean, we were kind of counting on actually people showing up for this siege, though.
But one thing to Oldskool, now you understood that enemy did all the strategies based on what you're gonna do next week. So please do them a favor and don't bite to it and come to Valencia instead.
Or just come Mediah. Come on, don't be shy.
I mean, you guys want to switch up your opponents, right?
You fought enemy already. You haven't fought us really before the.
No, but they have a lot of new
first week.
people since then. So, like, they got to try the new strength. They got to compare it somehow.
Oh well, let's share the fun a bit.
We fought you last week, fucker.
Some
mean,
people in chat actually like reminding that you kind of said that you plan on going Valencia pretty soon, and that the only thing that's holding you is the castle. And today you pretty much had the backup plan, but decided against it. So what's up?
Like, no, we never said that like our castle was the thing holding us back. There are many factors into
like a 5-week tax
So what
benefits
changed
factor?
for like
But
what
the thing
changed
is,
since last week?
Fighting Addicted is gonna be very tough since they'll have a castle advantage on top of having a lot more players. I mean, sure, if both of us like went to Serendia, for example, without castles, that could be pretty fun. But we're not really interested in fighting a castle with like being 30 less people or 40 even. It seemed to bring a lot of numbers. I don't think we were kind of ready for that yet.
I mean, you say that multiple times, and I think it's. I mean, I would say the same, but I wonder what Addicted, like, what's the point of view of Addicted? Because they're telling you to come a lot, you know. But like, what do they think? How do they play the scenario in their head, like a 90 versus 50?
Basically, like I'm not gonna sit here and talk bad about enemy. Like we had our banters and whatnot. Enemy is actually really strong with their members that they have. But as he says, like if they come to Valencia when we have a castle, it's really not going to be a long fight. Like I mean, they are very strong. Don't get me wrong, but against us on a castle, it's not going to last long, and that wouldn't be fair, I guess.
So
and I
it
get
would be
that,
more
and it's fine.
interesting
Like
if you go Calpheon, right?
I think the problem is that it would last too long.
yeah, or that, or I mean, it could be possible you pull a draw. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but I do get the logic behind your decisions not wanting to come to Valencia to us, because obviously we have more members, and I'm pretty sure our members are equally geared and play good as enemies, but we have just more of them. So when the time is right, when enemy gets more members, as they said a couple of times, when the time is right, they will come. And I don't think enemy is a guild that dodges us. They're actually fighting us every day, and they show up and we show up, and we're having our fun on daily basis. And when they are ready, they will come. All the other guilds sitting here with 100 man though that are dodging us.
Something is really wrong here.
But you
First
have no
the chaos
intentions
guy.
of taking the fight to Calpheon then?
We don't have any reasons to be honest. Like the thing is, I would love to fight enemy. Don't get me wrong, but it just promotes the wrong gameplay, in my opinion. The situation in this Europe and the fact that you can't cross build anymore, I feel like it's just promotes the wrong thing in siege scene, that you have to get dodged every time you get something. Right? You should be rewarded. Of course, the money is a reward, but you really want to PvP, and you don't want to like put that on the guild that actually have a territory, instead promoting other guilds to come to your territory and fight for it instead.
Then
You know what
leave
I
your
mean?
castle and go to the Nover. Why not?
I just
Hey,
explained.
Archie, he's just explaining that. Are you not listening?
No, I wasn't. Sorry.
I do have a
But
question.
I think it just promotes the wrong thing in the siege scene. That every time a guild or a strong guild or someone that you can't 1v1 gets a castle, then let's dodge him till they choose to leave. That's just for me not okay. That's how I see it, and that's basically the reason why we don't want to leave Calpheon, Valencia. If someone actually comes, like I'm pretty sure the alliance that went to Mediah today, they would win against us in the same amount of time. Like there is no way we could have win against those 4 or 5 guilds that were against Mediah. But people don't want to do it, and that's
Yeah, that's a
not
bit
on
weird.
us.
That's a bit weird. I agree with you.
Sorry. But I do have a question for Enemy though. Let's say Oldskool or Sovereign would have won today. Do you really think you would get a 1-on-1 in Mediah? I mean,
No, we also thought about that. I mean, we had a lot of scenarios we had to think about if you want to leave Calpheon or not, and we just determined that it was not worth the risk leaving Calpheon to
well,
go
of
to.
course not.
I mean, sure, same thing that happened to Sovereign might have happened to us as getting just Zerg down, and that's a risk.
Basically, not really very what's the right word for that? It doesn't really seem very nice to us to go to any other region right now. Like Sarlacc just explained why we can't go to Valencia yet, and if we go to Mediah, we think the same thing will happen to us that's happening to Sovereign every single time. It's just not going to be fun.
But even on a 1v1 against Oldskool or Sovereign, as you said, there's still the gates. I mean, it would still be pretty hard for you.
Well, definitely, but to be not the ones like backing down from hard fights. Like we always try to like challenge ourselves. So we would definitely.
There's a big difference between getting a really hard 1-on-1 where you most likely end with a draw than getting zerged. There's a really big difference. It's less frustrating, that's for sure.
Enemy had a draw against us while we were in the castle, so.
Yeah, and we've improved a lot since then. So we were kind of like want to see how well we've improved. Like they have bigger numbers now, for example, but we have more experience. So can we use that experience to win in 1 week, or do we still need 2 weeks? I mean, that's kind of how we want to test.
Oh, you'll definitely need 2 weeks, mate, at least.
I mean, depending on how big the alliance is.
Oh, in a 1v1, if we're in a castle and you're sieging it?
I mean, we never know.
You think you could take us in 1 week?
We don't know.
Personally, cannot say because I've never sieged Mediah. I don't know how hard it is. But if you guys will come to Calpheon, have Calpheon, and we were sieging you in Calpheon, I think we could probably do that.
I think only castle we didn't ever hold was Valencia, right, Docs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we overall we attacked every castle since the very start of the game, and it's safe to assume that Mediah is the easiest to defend by far.
Yeah, I agree with you. Calpheon is much easier to siege compared to Mediah. I mean, it's a meat grinder, you know? When all the guilds were pushing at you, it was a meat grinder.
Yeah, Calpheon and Valencia are much easier to siege.
But I guess we won't find out for a while.
Maybe, maybe not.
All depends. I mean,
unless you guys are going back to Mediah next week.
We don't know yet. We don't even know yet. I mean, we're definitely not gonna say, but we don't know. We are definitely gonna go for a fight that it's a good fight. I mean, we hold Mediah for like what 5-6 weeks, and
No. Well,
5
this would have been
4? Oh, okay. So
I guess 5. Yeah.
It's not that it's a reason not to go Mediah, but it's also not a reason to keep going Mediah. And also, it's really I'm really personally sad to see Enemy and Addicted just sitting there with their dicks in their hands.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Aren't you bleeding though?
No.
I am actually.
Since we are on the subject anyway, let's just move on to Mediah. And Wayne, you just continue talking.
Yeah, I guess I can continue. So first of all, I want to preface with something. I'm a bit disappointed with the other guilds that came to Mediah. Not because we lost, not because we got teamed up against. Like I really don't care. I think they did the right thing. I think it was a very smart move to get the region. That was the only way. I mean, last week they tried to do something similar, but they backed off after the second gate. So this time they just didn't make the same mistake. So that's just that's just improving. But it's just really disappointing to see. As I just said, it's just we have two really good guilds that are not unbeatable. Like enemy, you can easily zerg them down unless you are really you really want to go there 1v1. Then you're probably gonna lose. But I mean 2v1 and 3v1, I think it's easily doable for both addicted or enemy. And even if it's not, even if you're not gonna win or if you're gonna lose, it's just sad to see these guilds that they are the ones that probably put the more time into getting ready for siege, and they just get completely ignored by other guilds that kind of, I think at least every other guild that came to Mediah have a very similar objective in the game. Like everyone wants to get better, everyone wants to at least compete. That's what I think. And it's just a bit sad that everyone climbed up on Mediah. Like I'm not sure why. What was the thought process?
So with that comment, we expect you to go somewhere else than next week.
I will do what the fuck we want, man.
No, but just that comment kind of implies that, right?
Well, I mean, it's the fact that people keep going to Mediah every week.
Okay, so then we won't go Mediah next week,
No, well,
right?
look. That's not his point. His point is if you have a 4-guild plan, then why not take the strongest guild on the server?
There was no 4-guild plan.
There wasn't a plan, man. Just happened to be there. Simple.
So you guys completely didn't expect the other guilds to be there.
To be honest, personally, I would have loved to go Valencia, but hey, ended up there.
So basically, me and
I'm curious.
Lone Wolf spoke early in the week. We wanted to get a few guilds together to go and attack Valencia or Calpheon.
Yeah, that was the plan originally. Go on.
That was the original plan. Like we both spoke about it. Unfortunately, the guilds we were going to use weren't able to get a tier note, so they weren't able to build. We didn't want to go with just our 2 guilds because we wasn't sure if we were ready for that. Both of us being semi-hardcore guilds or whatnot. Obviously, I spoke of some other guilds. I spoke to Freya because obviously we were allied with Freya last week, and it turned out they were already built in Mediah anyway. And so with me and us and Millennium wasn't ready to go and attack Valencia or Calpheon, we decided to build in Mediah anyway, with the full process of that. The guilds there should be enough to be able to take out Oldskool. Sovereign fucked it last week with pulling out of the castle too early. So we didn't want to make that mistake again, I guess. And we just tried to figure it out that it would end in the 2v2 from our planning perspective, and it did. So that was the reason why we ended up in Mediah when we were going to originally go to Valencia or Calpheon. We just physically couldn't get enough guilds, and personally we didn't think both of our guilds could siege addicted or enemy.
So you did know that the Vikings and Wasted were there, and you still decided to go?
Yeah.
Well, V2 is fun. Why not?
Like you just said 2 minutes ago, we do what the fuck we want.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I'm just as I said, a bit sad for the other guilds that are just not getting any action.
Well,
You can go give him PvP next week then.
Come save us, Oldskool. Come save us, please.
Yeah, if you pay us. But yeah, like as I said, I think it was a great overall fight. Like one of probably the biggest since the server merge. So definitely not upset. I really didn't expect to win. Only way for us to win was to team up with Sovereign at the start and hope to get to 2v4 the other guilds. We somewhat tried to do that, without any kind of really organization. We just tried to somewhat.
Even that isn't realistic, man.
Yeah, it's just still something we wanted to do. Like personally, I would have preferred a 1v1 against Sovereign. That's just a really good fight, I would have hoped, or even a 1v2 against one of the 2 alliances. But I think Sovereign really fucked up. Actually, I really want to know, Octo, what was up with the thing, with the building? You guys were always so amazing, always on point with the building, like perfect bases, fucking hiring I don't know, an architect to build your bases, and now you have like the shitty ass base near the safe zone. Like what was up with that?
It's the same person.
Is it the same guy
just fire
from the
the
first
guy.
Siege, by the way?
No, it's like if you've ever tried to place a base yourself, it's
Yeah, I know. Like it's always, when you lose, it's the base builder fault, and when you win, no one says anything about the base. It's always like that.
Yeah.
But it's just really strange from from a guild like you to build there, like next to the safe zone. I think that's why you went down. Like regardless of what we could have done or what you could have like defended yourself, that was just too much. Like Vikings, and I think it was Vikings, yeah, and Wasted just grouping up in the safe zone. That was too much.
It was
there
also the fact
are
that
better
very
places.
close to us too.
Yeah, they were also. Yeah.
Don't throw away, which with the cooldowns being so short at the start of a siege doesn't help. But yeah, I can't imagine we will place there again if we ever go to Mediah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was very, very strange because I always saw you guys making really, really amazing builds, but whatever, that happened. And the second you guys went down, we kind of went down as well, just with a bit of a delay. It's we knew there was no way that the other guilds would have 2v1'd us. I think we just knew. We knew Freya wanted to kick us out, and that was pretty much it. I mean, we tried to just have fun. 4v1, it's not really easy. As I said, I personally think Mediah is the hardest to siege. Like there are pretty much 3 choke points, especially the last one after the second gate. There's this like tunnel kind of thingy, and that just aids to siege. It's really like we got most of our kills there. I think like we managed to wipe guild after guild there, and I think it's part of because we're okay. I mean, we're pretty okay as a guild, trying to improve, and also just overall Mediah, we tried really hard to come up with a defensive plan. I think it worked out pretty well. There's really nothing we could have done more than that.
Freya, you can't blame us for thinking you came with a 4 guild plan. Like it was after last week's siege, you said something along the lines of, "Don't worry, you won't have Mediah Castle after next week." And then this week you show up with 3 exact same guilds plus your alliance Wasted. Like how can you blame us for thinking?
I was gonna come here with Wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you think
what
you would have kicked us out with Wasted?
You wouldn't have had the castle in the end.
While we're still on Oldskool subject, guys, there was a question in chat that if Oldskool wanted 1v1 with Sovereign so much, why didn't you guys do it last week?
That's a really good question. Last week we wanted to, like every week, it's not like our objective in life is to 1v1 Sovereign. What I said is the best way for us to win, the highest percentage for us to win was to team up with Sovereign at the start, then 1v1 them. That was our best chance to win. It may even be 1%. Like I'm not, Sovereign is still one of the best skills in the server, but it's still a highest chance to win. And last week, the highest chance to win was to take Sovereign down. This week was to help them and try to take the other guilds down. They're just playing smart, playing the siege smart. It's not like we have to 1v1 Sovereign. It's all we want to do in life.
It also depends. Like maybe one week we feel like 1v1ing Sovereign, and the other week not. It's not like it never changes. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Last week we had. I expected our odds of winning super fucking low last week, and then all of a sudden those 3 guilds pull out, and some confusion arises, and we actually get a shot of extending our Mediah Castle permit, and add the 4-week tax benefit to it, and have a great fight in the process. Then we're gonna do that. It just it can change every week.
Yeah, I mean, even if you see like today 5 guilds or 4 guilds, like last time, it's not like we give up. It's not like, okay, here is the keys of Mediah, come take it. We still want to keep it. We still want to win. There are ways to win, even as example last week, 1v3. There's still ways to win. It's not always on your control. It's pretty much never in your hands. It's the other guilds, what they decide to do after the second gate goes down. But there are ways. Even without allying. Like last week, we didn't make any alliance. This week either. Like as I said, we tried to keep Sovereign alive. We failed brutally, but we tried to keep Sovereign alive, not because we are allied with Sovereign, or not because we are, not because we kind of want to 1v1 them, but just because that was our best chance to win. Also, I really want to give a shout out to one of Vikings member. So I jumped into one Vikings boat. They were shooting from the boat, and there was one guy with a drum going up and down the boat during the siege. I think this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And you need to give that man a pay raise, Freya.
Oh, he was chilling with a drum on the boat, and you saying I should give him a pay raise.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like that level of roleplay is just on another level. I just couldn't believe it. I just stopped there on the boat and started chatting with them because it was too much.
Since the flow kind of stopped on Vikings, let's hear from them next.
Yeah, started out taking out Sovereign with Wasted. After that, the meat grind push as Mediah Castle is nothing special.
Casually took down Sovereign in 1 minute, right?
No, but I mean, yeah, it's basically we had save zones that we could regroup in right next to their base. It was just a matter of time, doing pushes together and stuff like that. So Oldskool came in and at a certain point to help them out. Took out them one time, I think, when they were there with most of their force. After that, Sovereign was dead, I think, before they could get back and do anything. So, I mean, it wasn't anything like, it was just 2 versus 1 against Sovereign. I think Sovereign had maybe equal numbers to us today. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, so they had like twice
What
the numbers
were
at
that,
least
by the way?
fighting. What did you say?
What numbers did you have?
We were 65, 69.
Yeah, we were 54 today.
Okay, so you were lower than, yeah. So you had twice your numbers at least that you were fighting against. So I mean, then it's just basically a matter of time most of the times.
Yeah, go on.
After that, we decided that Wasted were gonna go for Morghulis while we went for Millennium. So we were pushing Millennium over and over again. We got their base down to 10 or 20%, something like that. The problem was it was such a long distance, and with the two minutes respawn timer in the end, if you failed one wipe, your outpost was basically dead. And then half an hour for your next outpost. Even if you have them stacked up, it can go relatively quickly to lose all your outposts that you've saved up.
Correction, it was 30%. If I may say, when we were planning to attack Wasted all over and over with Morghulis, but when we were ahead at Wasted's base, you guys managed to TP into our base. It really hurt us. And how many flags did you guys have? Each time we took down your flag, we went to Wasted's base, and what do we know? We're in our base again, another flag. We take down the second flag. What do we know? We go to Wasted's base. What do we know? There's another flag, and you're on our base again. And the distance really put us in a very hard spot. We had to go all the way back to fight you guys, and by that time, you guys wrecked our base. But it was mostly an empty base until the very end. Of course, that's where you started to push us in. But I have to correct on that part.
Okay. Well, we had as many flags as you could have. You collect them every half an hour, of course.
Yeah. Well, I figured that out. Well, really good job on that one. It was surprising, we were like, okay, the flag is down, the third is down, they shouldn't have any, and then you come here again with another one.
If you got flags stacked, you're able to place them as soon as your last one goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't do that. Okay, never mind.
Just a question though, why did you choose to just do them 1v1v1v1 instead of just zagging Morghulis, for example? Wasted and Vikings.
Well, I mean, it would just have become that Millennium would have attacked one of us at some place anyway, so it would sort of have become a 1 versus 1 anyways. That's sort of what we were. They were both attacking Wasted, but when we attack Millennium, that forces.
Us to back off, yeah.
Exactly.
But when you saw Wasted wasn't handling Morghulis, why didn't you just try and make a diversion?
Well, when we were at Wasted Space, at one point Vikings came to Wasted Space, but we took them out. I mean, I would do the same as Vikings. I would have just attacked the other base to get some pressure off Wasted, as Morghulis was always constantly on Wasted Space. And 2 guilds make it even harder.
Yep.
Frey, you got something to add?
Just a little bit annoying that bystanders tells word flags is sometimes stuff like that, but yeah, otherwise nothing special. Nothing you can do about that. There's always going to be bystanders streaming and saying stuff.
Yeah, there was some
one side or another, which
removing
is a bit
traps
of a
as
shame.
well.
Yeah, there were some bystanders going on our traps, stun traps, like setting them all off. It was really pissing me off. But what can you do?
What's worse is they don't even get stunned when they do it.
All right,
Yeah,
so before we continue with the latest part of the siege, I'd like to hear from Sovereign guys, because I don't know, it kind of surprised me that you built here today again since what happened last week, and what was behind all that.
Yeah, we had a vote, and that was the outcome of the vote to go there. As for next week, I don't know where we'll go. I can't see us going to Mediah again, personally, but...
Sovereign is a democracy?
This is the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're international now. Didn't you know?
Bending over.
Not German anymore.
Aye.
Never listen to your members. That's like the #1 guild leader. That's on the first page of the guild leader manual. Never do votes. Never ask opinions.
Well, we did. And yeah,
That's why you went down first. See?
Yeah, like Wayne said, like we wanted to try and spread it out a bit. I mean, without knowing in hindsight, we thought it was 4 guild alliance. We didn't know it was 2 and 2. So we tried to make it a nicer fight for everybody, but yeah, didn't work out. We ended up building quite close to both Wasted and Vikings, and yeah, we went down fairly quick.
So seeing how this went down, I'm actually curious, since a lot of the guilds we saw today actually were at the first siege, and back then you guys were basically steamrolling all of them. So would you tell that in general siege scene become a lot stronger now?
Is that a question to me?
Yep.
I mean, guilds are getting bigger in general. They're getting better and bigger. I think if we weren't so close to these bases and we had a different base location, I think we would have held longer. It would have been inevitable, I think, because it's just how it goes when you fight, like vastly outnumbered. But yeah, I think people are just getting bigger and better as time goes on.
Okay, so I guess Millennium and Morghulis can walk us through the latest part of the siege.
Wanna go, Wolf?
Well, latest part, you mean after Oldskool?
Yeah, after Oldskool.
Well, we went back to Fort. We set up some traps, which bystanders set off anyway. So we went to Wasted. At first, Morghulis got attacked by Wasted and Vikings, and Morghulis took them out. So we had time to strike them. And we did with the elephants, but holy shit, the 1 FPS thing is real. Like, I crashed right out from the elephant. It was horrible. And then we were killed by Wasted, but I wasn't there. So we we regrouped again and we kept pushing on Wasted with Morghulis and just kept pushing and pushing. But at one point, Vikings managed to TP into our base. There was this rock you could just jump into our base from. And yeah, it was a rock where you climbed. I don't know how you managed to get in.
It was just a raised ground, so if you sprint jumped, you could grab the ledge with all of your badly placed walls.
Oh well, there we go. And they got into our base and TP'd everyone into the base, and we had to pull back. And when we defended our base, we went to Wasted again. But then, you know, as I said earlier, Vikings came back with a flag, and they did that over and over. So we eventually couldn't risk going out anymore to Wasted. So we let Morghulis handle Wasted. So we had to defend the base at that point. But there was moments we went to Wasted space to help out Morghulis, and we fought Vikings at Wasted space as well, until Vikings just attacked us all the time instead. And what do you know, by the time Morghulis took out Wasted, we just went to Vikings and then we finished it. That's pretty much it from our point of view. Wanna go, TK?
I guess I'll do a quick summary because everyone's tired of listening about Mediah already. We did the as soon as we knew there were going to be 4 guilds here, we knew when it come to it, we were just going to have to individually win our 1v1 with the other guild and the other alliance. We wasn't sure if it would be Vikings or Wasted. We actually would have preferred the Vikings in the 1v1, but because we know we've had some good fights with them in the past, and it's been quite even all the time we fought with them. But it ended up being Wasted. We kept engaging on Wasted. I think they wiped us a few times, but we did keep a lot of pressure in their base. And once we wiped them outside of their base, we did a really good job of keeping them locked in. Our Witches and Wizards did a fantastic job of just keeping them inside their base. And as soon as they respawned, they were pretty much dying instantly. And we did that for a while until we managed to get a gap in one of their fences. It turned out the fence was really too small. And as I told everybody to rush in, we all literally got stuck in the fence at the same time. And they managed to kill a lot of us, and we never really managed to get control of it again for like at least 20-30 minutes, and that set us back a lot of the time when we should have just waited and got a bigger gap in the fence. But we did keep the pressure up. We kept down. Wasted came up to Millennium's base with Vikings. We managed to help Millennium wipe them. We pushed back down Wasted. It was just back and forth a lot. Wasted managed to build a lot of their base, but we managed to destroy it again. Eventually Wasted dropped, and then we just literally went to Vikings, took out Vikings, and Lone Wolf agreed that we could have the territory.
Yeah, it was 15 minutes left. I mean, there's no point liberating it. So, and Morghulis did really good, so they deserved it. They were really good this siege.
So yeah, there was no payment to Millennium or anything. It was just literally from the kindness of Lone Wolf's heart. But it was a really good fight today when you consider that 6 of the top 10 guilds on the server were all on one territory. Unfortunately for Addicted Enemy, it's unlucky, but it's still a nice fight on the external, and there's not many of these that happen. So it's nice. It's great to be a part of it, and it's great to actually come out of as the winners on top. I do have to say, well done to Millennium though for actually managing to keep up with all the guilds. I know we've had a merge with Fusion. Oldskool had a merge with Fusion. Vikings had a merge with Jinunga. What was the guild? Sorry.
Wasted Revolt.
Oh yeah, I'm gone miles away. Sorry, Wasted had a merge with Revolt recent as well, so their numbers was high. And like Millennium are still keeping on the same page with all of us, so they're doing well without getting merges. So props to them, guys.
Thanks.
Why didn't you defend though at the end? Just give it for free.
It was 15 minutes, dude. Like, what are you gonna do?
Defend?
Why?
Why not?
So you can come and take it?
Okay, so since you guys came together to this siege, like you said, what was the original plan then? Like, if you knew you would end up 1v1, what was the original plan?
We were just gonna 1v1.
Yeah.
That was the original plan, but there was just no time left. Like, there's nothing hid behind it. We were gonna hand the territory over and then we was gonna swap a neck. There was nothing like that. It was just literally we're gonna 1v1 at the end. That was the original plan. Same thing we had with Vikings last week. But yeah, I mean, you have to praise all the guilds there today. Everyone's growing in strength. I remember when we had the castle originally, and Sovereign came with Sephora, and Sephora and Millennium were there also. Sovereign managed to wipe out 4 different guilds on that day. Today, obviously, you can see other guilds are catching up, getting stronger, and the siege scene's improving a lot. it's good where it's going. I mean, more guilds do need to consider mergers with some other guilds to make another strength. Too many guilds are being stubborn at the moment, sitting on tier 2 nodes. When if two guilds push together, they really can make an impact on the siege scene, and it'd be nice to see more of that.
I agree. Also, good fight to Vikings. It was really good, fun PvP we had. I mean, this type of PvP, we didn't have this type of PvP for a long while. So well fought to Vikings. Really good fight.
What was all of you guys' numbers, by the way?
76.
86.
We were 75.
I gotta say,
but 54.
Props to Oldskool as well for holding out the holy shit, man. Like, it was literally a meat grinder. Somebody described it earlier. We were running in wave after wave. And the thing is, like, once one of your guys drop down in the middle of us, paranoia kicks in and everyone just starts dropping everything. And I know multiple times we killed a lot of Vikings guys and wasted guys just because we were all stacking on top of each other waiting to push in.
Yeah, there was one point where I was in a room with a wasted wizard, and then this Oldskool Sork went in, and we all just spammed AoEs, like killing each other, you know, and the Sork just comes out like unscathed. You know?
That was me.
That was really fun.
But
And the wizard was
yeah,
so-
I mean, we, as you guys, as some people probably know, we were mercenaries in Elestin, and like 4v4 were the norm back then. And I personally think like having more than one ally is actually worse. Like, it just, as you said, it's so easy to create chaos. Like one sword can just drop down in the bridge, start to iframe around, and that's just 10 kills. I mean, you personally don't do 10 kills, but you know, people just shoot at each other. So it's not necessarily a good thing to go with many people. I think 2 kills are more than enough.
The Oldskool base as well was very well built on choke pointing all the way up them stairs as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. I really loved that cannon observatories. What you did with those, that was brilliant. Really good.
Very good.
Holy shit, they've placed cannon observatory on the stairs. It's like,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
We are very good at body blocking, as some of you know.
Yeah.
So that's years of body blocking. But yeah, thank you. I mean, as I said, we studied the defense a lot. We put our best. I hope you guys can take something from it.
Well,
the
one thing we'll have bonus this week is we've got the field HQ, so we'll actually have the extra flame tower there.
Oh, by the way, Vikings, do you know how much numbers wasted had?
They said 84 on the
75,
floors.
I
84.
think. I don't know. I saw someone in the chat saying earlier that they were around 75, 75 to 80, I think, somewhere around there. I can't say for sure.
They did really well against Morghulis, and yeah, that was pretty surprising in a good way.
Freya, how many did you have?
We had between 65 to 69, I think, somewhere around there.
Are you going
Which
down again?
chat is saying you guys should have had a guild leader fight at the end?
I would have got fucked horribly.
Then I would have won.
We would have lost, and Sovereign would have won. Not Sovereign, sorry, Vikings.
Yeah, best
Easily.
guild leader EU.
I mean, Ox is shit, but sadly, I don't have the
Warriors
red
are
tag.
hard for me though, so Millennium guild leader would have been annoying to kill.
I'm really bad against Valks though. But yeah.
I have a question actually for specifically for Morghulis, but it's kind of directed to other people as well. So what we did at the start, not at the start of the siege itself, during the day, we usually like go and interrupt people from building the castle, and we actually got called scum by Morghulis. Like, oh, also it's a fucking scum
me.
guild.
Sounds right.
Okay, so
Actually, by me. That was by
okay.
me.
Like,
I called, was it I called you? I said you scummier than Sovereign.
I don't know what you.
No, you didn't. Come on.
That's where I draw the line. Okay.
What kind of measurement is that?
I
A
kind
pretty
of, like,
good one in this case.
Whoa.
Like, what's your stance? Like, for example, TK, what do you think? Like,
I mean, like,
I
we
know
can't
one
really say
person
it
doesn't
because
speak for the guild.
we've done it before a lot in the past to other guilds where we had the castle. Well, we didn't have the castle, but where we've been attacking sieges or nodes, for example, where we've just gone and interrupted the bases. And Fusion, the guys that merged into us, were one of those
you did
guys.
it to me as well, man.
We did it to a lot of people in the past, so we know what it. Honestly, we know it's frustrating. And the two guys there was on the they even prepared. They went on the old characters, but you guys were dragging mobs to them as well.
We are.
So that was pretty clever. But obviously, you have to understand people get frustrated. But we understand that guilds do that all the while. and
Literally
we'll probably do
had
the same next
two
Saturday.
fucking recovery centers to place, and next minute I had these spiders jumping on my head.
Oh yeah, so they did that to you as well. There was like a bunch of old school people. Then my builder, who was like, "Fuck this, I can't build. They just keep attacking me." I was like, "Sure, I'll bring my alt." And then there's like,
Please call them that again next time,
yeah,
please.
there was a lot of gillies following me, and I was like, "Come here, guys, I'll show you where the base is." You know, like fucking preventing building in 2017. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, there was a bit was annoying, but then it was really hilarious, like seeing those spiders jump at me. Then I started climbing on the walls to place.
The most annoying thing is though is when people are attacking you while you're building. Is like you get blocked by all the buildings while they can run for everything freely. So it just like fuck. If you're trying to fight back, it just fucks you up. Because
It
you
must,
get stuck on everything.
must have looked hilarious for one of your guys when I was running around the fucking tent in a circle, and he's just seeing me running in a circle with nothing there in the way. And these fucking 8 spiders fucking chasing me around the fucking tent.
But yeah, it's really impressive with what you guys you prepare, how well you prepared, and we'll be taking notes out of your book next week because no doubt there's going to be like 12 guilds looking at it now saying, "Oh, Morghulis have a territory, let's go attack them."
Yeah, sorry enemy, sorry addicted, but all the fun's in Mediah again next week.
Yeah, so you don't think we're scammier than Sovereign? Like, that's what I want to know.
No, I was just pissed off at the
Okay,
time. If you
okay.
look, if you take a quick look in the chat there, I pasted the Oxa GIF, and a lot of people can have a nice giggle at it.
So Sovereign is still Skymere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always, come on.
I want to know what that's measured on.
Blame Otis.
Where's the? Well, like who is less scummier? Who is more scummier? Like how do you measure that?
Well, I mean, if they're calling you the most scummiest, you're the scummiest.
Okay.
That's how it works, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're always scummier. Except Archie. Archie would probably be scummier than Sovereign, in the opinion of the Twitch chat.
Shut up. Right now.
I mean,
Okay,
Addicted
sweetheart.
owed money to Khaos up until last week.
Don't even say my name, please.
Arch.
To be honest, you're so fucking political and so fucking boring, you know. This podcast is part of the game. Just hate everyone. Just fight everyone.
I want to hate you already, Archie.
You
Don't
looks
worry.
like you're political, guys. Sorry,
Yeah,
but it's
Wayne.
too boring for me. I'm leaving.
Hey Wayne, I have a question, man.
Good night, man.
Some of your
No
members were salty
questions.
today.
Bye.
We're salty, no?
Yeah, but
Why?
about the 4v1, I don't understand. I mean, I've personally been in a 7 versus 1, and I know the feeling, so I don't understand, man. It's just 4v1.
What do you mean with salty? Like, they
About
didn't say
getting-
GG afterwards?
Yeah, they were just a bit salty. Some of the members were pretty harsh, and I was just wondering why. I mean,
Pretty harsh? Like, give me examples. It's just so like out there. What does it mean? Pretty salty.
oh, you know what I mean.
I really don't know what
Just
you
a bit
mean.
upset, you know, frustrated, the natural thing after the siege.
But
What
how?
do you mean from our side?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah,
Just
it's,
asking, what's the general sentiment in the guild about the 4v1?
He's
we
not
just,
saying you were salty. He's asking,
Ah.
were your guys salty? Like,
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I started the siege the same way I started last siege. I say, guys, we do Nodewar tomorrow, and you know that's pretty much the sentiment.
Like we expected to lose Mediah last week, so
Yeah, 4v1. What the fuck can we do? Like, we everyone knew we could have lost. Everyone knew. I mean, we even expected a 5v1. We wouldn't have blamed Sovereign for teaming up. They didn't do it. It's respectful, but you know, we wouldn't have been mad if Sovereign did it.
They didn't get a chance.
They didn't get a chance to do it, but I don't think they would have done it. But
We would have
yeah,
done it.
yeah. So no one was salty. Like everyone knew this wasn't in our hands. I think actually everyone was really happy. I mean, we ended up with like 3.2k kills and 1.6 deaths, I think, and we were 75 against 4 guilds. I mean, that's good. That's good. It's not a victory. I'm not gonna count it as a victory, but it's definitely something we are like we are seeing ourselves improving, and we're aiming for the top 3. We want to be there. I'm not saying we are there. Absolutely, I think Addicted, the enemy, and Sovereign are better than us. But we are aiming there. Like we are gonna keep improving. I think we're improving really hard. Like we're trying to take it a step further. We were very casual, kind of. Not
Currently,
very.
you are though top 3. I mean, the chat says Addicted's not a PvP guild. I mean, what the hell's going
the
on?
chat is retarded.
Hey, no insults in the chat now.
No, I mean that's.
Do you even have the chat open?
I'm looking at the chat 24/7 for the good
What the
comments
fuck?
about me, but
So you're part of it, right?
sometimes. But that's the thing, you know. Like first of all, what's the strength of the guild? Like 1v1 open field, no castle. I mean, these are all shitty things. Like I think there are multiple factors, and I still think, as I said, guilds like for example, let's take enemy. Enemy, they're just they don't have dead weight beside Mattis, so they're doing really good. Addicted, they have a lot of number. They're experienced. I really like the way they overall handle their diplomacy and their guild. Beside when they don't pay other guilds or when they pay them to come. And Sovereign, they're very toxic, and but they don't have Erebus anymore, so that's like a big plus. And
I've never noticed them being toxic. What the fuck? What's this all about Sovereign? They seem like nice guys.
Yeah, some of them.
Do I seem like a toxic person to you?
No, not at all.
That's why you're here. That's why you're not even the guild leader. Where's Nin?
Oh yeah,
He
that's
should be
right.
represented.
Just wait until Pestle comes and hunts you down when you're out farming.
No, Pestle only comes when I'm gathering. He doesn't there.
He comes and hunts me anywhere where I'm farming when we're at war.
It's not what I saw, Wayne.
What?
Pre-awakened. Pretty sure it was you.
Oh yeah, it was me, and like
Yeah.
he was playing like a pussy. It was been a little vagina, quoting Addicted, and he just
He was pre-awakened, man. Pre-awakened.
Yeah, Ninja is OP. Like I was getting him to 100 HP, and it was stealthing up to full HP, and I just typed boring, and it killed me while I was typing. I mean, good job, Peso. You're good. But,
You were typing, telling him it was boring, and then you died.
yeah, what can I say? What can I do? Yeah. I don't record every kill I do. Otherwise, I don't have enough space on my hard drive. But yeah, it does.
Do you record when you die to someone in Gathering Seed, though?
I should.
One guy does.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of lost the track of what you were saying. So
I can't
yeah.
remember either.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I hope so next week. The guilds will be more spread out, not everyone in one region. But
yeah, you can stand for the spread out part.
Yeah, you first.
Yeah, we got pretty spread out today, I have to say. Oh yeah, the 4v1. Not salty about it. Not salty. Very very satisfied with our performance, and it's interesting how all the other guilds that I think are below us. I'm not gonna because Archie wants flame. I think the other guilds are really improving. Everyone. I really sad about how it ended. Just giving the region for free. It's not something I really approve. I would rather fight till the last second. But everyone is really, as Octa said, everyone is getting better, and it's good. That's good for the siege scene.
You can't blame them for doing it though. Like they came there with a mission with 2 guilds, and at the end they actually got a chance to take the region and give it to one of them. You really can't blame them for it.
So are you gonna swap next week? Trade, or it's just
they're not gonna have Mediah next week.
I look forward to it, man.
Freya, what is the current rate again for hiring Vikings and Wasted?
Oh, we can discuss that later if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Just be sure to pay them.
Why not test the real strength of that alliance instead?
One
Who
thing
was
I'm
that?
curious about.
What guild was? Oh, it's the Calpheon guild, right?
Saying you have 2 other options.
I'm kidding. Maybe I'll think about it. Okay.
One thing I'm curious about, from the start, it was obvious that it was Vikings and Wasted that were on us. But was there any pre-arrangement for saying that Morghulis and Millennium keep Oldskool in the castle busy while you guys take us out?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I figured, but
Well, the plan was to have a 2v2 in the end, so everything else had to go. Pretty much that.
Yeah, I think you guys played it good. I mean, that's a smart way to play the siege. A lot of guilds up until now, they're just going around like chickens, attacking the
Guilds
first guild.
do this. I mean, it's probably the smartest way to do things in this game. In NA, they do this a lot. I mean, it's pretty
Don't talk
simple.
about the NA. Don't talk about NA. Like, come on, we're talking about PvP here. Come on.
The 4v1 was a hell of a meat grind, but the 2v2 was very tense and got very tense towards the end.
You know, at first
I didn't expect there to be a winner with only 1 hour and 45 left in after the 2v2.
It was
Did
very
have
tense.
timers? Yeah, did have timers allowed that though? Like one wipe can mean a lot, you know.
2 minutes of death
Yeah, I
time,
guess.
basically.
Yeah, I
A
guess.
lot can happen, and then you spawn in, and all the structures are gone, and you still have people outside your base.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thanks everyone on Twitch for joining us, and it was a great day. See you all guys next time.
Bye, boopers.
Bye, guys.
Laters.
Malika.
Siga Malakas. Good night.
you